Another possibility is to write, as we have asked you to do anyway. If you're feeling an emotion and you have the time and the clarity, just sit down and begin writing about what you're feeling. You may not have any idea at the moment that you sit down what's going on in yourself. You don't have to know, because there's something beautiful about writing, and that is that the mind just starts to find solutions and starts clearing itself. You might just write down and say, and the first words might be, I have no idea what I'm feeling. I have no idea what's going on. It's like this, and it's like that, and this and that. And then suddenly you find yourself, after about 10 minutes, coming up with incredible understanding and solutions often. So I believe very much in writing. I believe it allows states and feelings which are very elusive to become much more concrete, and so that we can find solutions for them. And another possibility of dealing with emotions in the present is to remember that life is a school. If you remember or try to believe that life is a school, and that every event is a test, and that all people are our teachers. So if one can believe this, that I am in a school and every event is a lesson and every person is a teacher, then it helps me to redirect my energy from feeling fear or anger towards trying to understand what is life trying to teach me here. Of course, then we get into analysis. But just the fact that I can do that and say, well, no, this is not, there's no problem here. Life is giving me a lesson, that immediately allows me to redirect my energy. So since this is a lesson, there's no reason to fear, there's no reason to be angry. Let me try to see what the lesson is. Now, whether I can find it or not is another question. That takes some clarity, takes some self-knowledge. But the very fact that I have realized this allows my emotions to relax. It's okay. I'm going to look now for the answer here, for what life is trying to teach me in this situation. And one last suggestion about dealing with emotions daily is to do a relaxation technique daily, and preferably with some positive projection. That is, visualizing ourselves as well, as peaceful, as happy, as capable of dealing with situations which are ordinarily negative, dealing with them with a sense of inner peace and love. That is, situations which in the past stimulated our programmings and caused us to feel fear or anger or hurt, we can begin to program ourselves through relaxation and positive visualization or repeating affirmations in our minds that I feel safe and secure in this situation. I feel my self-worth. I love and accept myself. My self-worth is not in any danger in this situation. And just begin to feel that I am okay, I can handle this, there's no danger in this situation, so that I can begin to handle it in a much more peaceful way. Okay, so these are some possibilities of dealing with emotions in the present. Is focusing on the breath, dancing, beating a pillow or a telephone book or something, bringing the opposite emotion to our minds, the opposite positive emotion, bringing to mind a spiritual idea, whether that be a person or a spiritual quality or a spiritual truth, imagining that we are the other and identifying with their feelings, their emotions, their needs, channeling our energy in other directions, whether that be crying or laughing or creative activity or work or whatever it may be, selfless service towards others who have need, writing about what we feel, remembering that life is a lesson, that life is a school and everything is a lesson, and daily relaxation with positive projection. So I would suggest that you choose one or two of these, try them out during the week. And this is parallel to the process of analyzing ourselves. The basic work that we're doing here is discovering the beliefs which create our emotions and then seeking to transform those beliefs. But parallel to that, we can use the breathing, the dancing, bringing the opposite emotion to our minds in order to handle these situations. Any questions that you may have about what we discussed today, about handling emotions in the present? Or any questions in general about the process of the self-analysis and the self-knowledge? Okay, then if you have no questions, then we can form our group.